All right, Kristen. Now hear me out. I got a question for you. Okay, would you say you're pretty good at bowling?
I'm decent.
Decent. Okay. Would you take a chance to roll a strike and within 3 attempts, and if you're successful, you get $1 million. But if you fail, you turn into a dog.
The fuck? I'm not taking that chance. I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah, I saw the question on a TikTok.
That is
I was like,
hilarious though, but no, I would never put my chance on some skills and
what if it was like 10 attempts? Not even.
10 attempts maybe, but I'm not. That's a big risk, bro. That no, like $1 million or being a dog, bro. Your life expectancy just drops immediately. if 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 not, you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, am I the same age when I turn into a dog? If I'm the same
Yeah,
age, I die. Like, there ain't many dogs living 29 years.
you're right. Say you turn into like a dog that's like halfway through his life. Well, you don't want to be a puppy.
Huh?
Would you rather be a puppy?
Probably. At least I get to have a longer life. You gotta go through all that BS again, but shit, people take care of dogs better than take care of the children.
Facts.
But I'm not trying to be no dog either, so I would
I, like,
pass. I would pass.
I, feel,
You
I see.
taking?
I see you considering it a little bit.
You gonna take the gamble, Vic?
See, I don't know about 3 attempts, bro. I'm not that good at bowling.
But 10,
If 10, I mean, I feel like I can do at least one.
I've done a couple of games, bro, where I haven't hit a strike at all, and
Yeah,
it's a big risk,
it is a big risk, but that's what. Okay, what if it was like 20 million and then 10 chances?
but still turns to a dog. 20 million, 20 chances, or turn to a dog. Um, I'll probably do that. I'm confident. I'm decent at, like, if I get to have my bowling ball, that's
Yeah, you
perfect.
get a
Oh,
bowling ball, your
if
bowling
I can have
shoe,
my bowling ball, my bowling shoes, oh
freshly.
bro, I could probably do
The
that shit
lane,
in the 3 attempts.
the
But
lane can be like freshly, whatever. What is it called?
I don't
Freshly.
want freshly waxed lanes or trash.
Okay.
You
Well,
don't
after.
want you
Okay.
don't want your lanes being too waxy. You don't want them being too dry. Like, it's it's a whole thing. Being on new lanes, it's like, ugh. Sometimes, like, if your ball doesn't catch the spots, like my ball is like the way it is, it curves and it catches and then it comes back. Now, if it when it's newly like put, it doesn't catch. It just, like, basically just slides off.
Yeah, I
So
mean, yeah. For the people at home listening, we used to bowl quite frequently. Chris didn't even went more than we did, but
yeah, I actually end up getting recruited to a team. That's how much
Kristen
I was
went and
bowling.
got his own ball and everything.
Shoes and everything. I was in there, so I still have my ball. Oh, I got to check to see if my balls are still good. Pause.
Gotta go to
But
doctor. Turn your head and cough, bro.
but yeah, no, we used to be heavy bowlers. Actually, I think y'all used to go a lot, and then I started coming with y'all, and then I kind of just overtook it. Like, they taught me
Yeah.
how to spin, and then it was just like over from there. I kind of just kept soaring.
Hey, you did get pretty good, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, nah, y'all was
I mean,
still
I
good
didn't.
though. There was a couple of times
Yeah,
y'all came up on me and still beat me.
yeah. But I mean, you know. But I think for if we stuck with that 20 attempts for 20 million, I think I'd have to go for it because I feel like I see bad bowlers get strikes by pure chance.
Yeah,
So I'll stick with my curve. I'll do it with the curve and everything.
yeah. I was like, if I can get my stuff, my equipment, oh, it's over.
Your bowling
I could
lane.
probably do it in the 10.
But I mean, there is that chance, bro.
Yeah,
Turn to a good old
that
golden
also
retriever.
that not a golden retriever. That also, like, plays a big part too, because now you're like, you're gambling for something big, like that, and nerves can kick in, and you're just like, man, especially if you're like, man, I'm on this ninth one and I haven't hit nothing yet, and you start getting
bro.
to those last couple of ones, you're like, fuck, like.
They start bringing out like dog treats and shit. Like, just in case, bro.
It's a big gamble,
Like,
bro. It's a huge gamble.
yeah, I can picture it like it being like an event that's like on national TV. Everyone's tuning in, like trying to see if you get it or you turn into a dog. Would you say you get the chance to choose the dog you turn into?
Probably.
Or,
It'd be a Great Dane.
or a Chihuahua?
Chihuahua. Yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy question though. Would you
Okay,
risk?
like I
Basically,
said,
would
that
you bet your life on some money,
on your bowling skills.
bowling skills?
I feel like most people probably wouldn't. It's probably
I'm
not the
not.
smartest idea to bet,
I'm
but
not the biggest gambler, bro. And
I know.
I'm a decent bowler, like for real, for real. But that's the big gamble.
Yeah, well, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. If you think it's too risky, if you think it's worth it, if you think it's easy money, just let us know what you guys think.
Yep. But other than that, you ready to get this podcast started?
Let's do it.
All right, getting the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? It's your boy Chris,
This is Vic.
and welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is episode number 98, and welcome to the podcast. If you're listening now, make sure you click on that like, subscribe button, click on that bell notification, so every time we post, you get notified. All right, Vic. Big week, man. Big week. So what's been going on, man?
Oh, I didn't write down my update, so I'm going off the top of the dome.
Hey, that's what I do every week.
Let's see. What do we do? Yeah, most of the week I was talking to Kristen a little about this before, but we had some of my in-laws move in with us, so a lot of this week we spent like cleaning, kind of getting everything ready, um, which was fun. We actually got for the longest time since it's like just me and Ava, me, Leslie, and Ava.
He's a single father life.
I know, right? We didn't have a dining room table, and part of the reason was because it was only three of us, but also part of the reason was because we didn't have a truck to get one like here. Like because when we were down here, we're like, we'll find one when we're down here, but we didn't have a truck, and so it was like,
Man, if y'all don't
you
rent one
know,
of them little freaking Home Depot trucks, that are super
yeah, that's
cheap.
what that's we were thinking about doing that for when we're looking this week, but we actually found one, and the guy said they'll deliver for us. So
Okay, well, you lucked out.
yeah, no, it's a pretty nice table. I'll send you a picture, but so yeah, that was exciting. And then what else did we do? We went down to Arlington, because it's Father's Day weekend, and also we had a little surprise going on that I'll let Kristen talk about. Which is another reason we went down. So it all kind of worked out. And yeah, Father's Day was nice. Got to spend it. I actually didn't see my dad because he had to work. uh, it's always weird like Father's Day because like you're going out to like multiple restaurants with different sizes of family.
Mm-hmm.
So we ate it like back to back. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed the food. The first place we went to was like a barbecue place, so we kind of just had like we all we ordered was a baked potato because we knew we were gonna go out to eat like right after this.
Mm-hmm.
And the plan was to go to Texas Roadhouse, but you can imagine just how packed that hole was for Father's Day.
Pack.
It was like a 3 hour wait, so we kind of like frantically started looking around like who has the best wait time, and then we ended up just going to this Mexican buffet place, which was honestly really good for buffet food. Like everything was really good except for the cheesecake.
What?
Yeah, the cheesecake was like, but this don't even taste like cheesecake. But everything else was really good, like I said. But besides that, we came back yesterday, and Leslie was off. I had to work like a short shift, 11 to 3,
Okay.
for Juneteenth, and we ended up going down to the Riverwalk and kind of just walking around there, and then we went to this other place afterwards, which is just kind of like a chill patio bar. They have like seating and then like Jenga and Connect Four and stuff like that. Yeah, so we went there with my in-laws, and like I said, it was pretty fun, pretty chill. Good day.
Okay.
What about you? What about your updates?
My updates, man. So as you guys know, last Thursday was my birthday. So got to go celebrate my birthday on Thursday. We went to this place called DJ Steakhouse, and delicious food, by the way. It's a black-owned restaurant in Addison, and they had like specialized in stuffed turkey legs, and so Kayla got a stuffed turkey leg. I got like stuffed pork chops, and my mom came. Some of my future in-laws came, and we had a great time. They had live music. It was a saxophone player, and it was great. Um, and then on Saturday, I was trying to think, did I do anything Friday? Um, Pretty sure I did something Friday. Can't remember. So let's check my old handy dandy phone real quick and see if anything's on my calendar. Because I don't have anything on Friday, so I guess not. Pretty sure we did. But anyways, Saturday, I was supposed to go to a bachelor party with Kayla, but she ended up like technically kind of like uninviting me, oddly. And then on Friday, she had asked me to set up my volleyball net so we can play. Like we're gonna play together, and then we never played. So I thought it was weird that she asked me to set the volleyball net up, and I was like, okay. So come Saturday, she was like, hey, I got a surprise coming for you around like 2 o'clock, and I was like, okay, like weird, but all right. So she left, did her thing. 2 o'clock came, nothing happened. So I decided to go lay down, and around like maybe like 2:45, 2:50, the door rang, and guess who was there? All my friends, all the guys. They surprised me, and it was really weird for not really weird. I was shocked for sure, but it was just like one of those things. Like, all right, so now what?
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those weird things. Like, well, if Kristen knew we were all coming, he was like, have this set up already, and I'm actually surprised the net was set up. I thought we were gonna have to like set it up when we got there, because with Kayla, she kind of planned out like, okay, you guys can do this while you're over there, and part
Mhm.
of it was like play volleyball and play video games like we did. But I really thought we were gonna have to set up the net when we got there.
Yep, I was all solo on the net. No help. It was just me. But but we played volleyball. Man, we had a great time. Play games. It was really fun. I enjoyed having everybody over. So everybody who came, I appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, but thanks, babe, for surprising me with all my friends. And
I didn't know the part where she like uninvited you to the party, or whatever. I just
uh
that's funny.
yeah, it was like so random because she was like, I was already planning to go, and she basically kind of like, yeah, I already got something else planned for you. But I was like, but your friend. And she
I
was like,
want to
yeah,
go.
everybody was talking about you or asking about you and stuff like that. I'm like, well, that's cool. Like, now I feel like an asshole that I didn't show up. Um, but I had a great time Saturday. And then Sunday was Father's Day. So again, happy Father's Day to you, Vic. I didn't get to tell you, but happy Father's Day to you.
Appreciate it.
And to
Appreciate it.
all of the fathers out there, um, I'm not saying happy Father's Day to mothers that think they're fathers because you're not. You're a mom. Um, you'll never get credit from me.
What
But
about the guys that own a dog?
right, no. When there's a dog day, happy dog day. But yeah, nah. But on Father's Day, we ended up going to Kayla's dad's place and played some games. They cooked some food. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Juneteenth, we just chilled for the most part. And yeah, here we are today. And if you guys don't notice, I still got my list. I think my list was worse today than it was last week because I got a new set of liners in this week. So you guys get to see the process with me as we go through these episodes. But so the first week, my front teeth were the one hurting. Now this week, it's my back teeth that are hurting. Like those are the ones being pushed around, I guess. And it takes those first couple of days to kind of get like used to it, and then it starts getting easier. But man, those first 2 days
How often do
are.
you get new ones?
Yeah, so it came with a set of 12 aligners, and so some of them I'll wear for a week, and then some I'll wear for 2 weeks. But I change them every. I started on Monday, so I change it every Monday. But I'm probably gonna start changing them Sunday night, so that I can already break them in while I'm sleeping. That's what they recommend. So we'll see next week.
Well, best of luck to you in your journey. We'll be here watching.
Literally, I was gonna come and smile every week.
Yeah, let's get a teeth update. But yeah, I guess with that being said, I'll go ahead and hop into these quick mentions. So this story I kind of added last minute just because I've seen people talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard anything prior to reading the story, but there was a missing submarine, and they're like frantically like searching for it. And from what I saw on the TikTok that I was watching, not necessarily the story right here, but I saw that there was passengers in there that paid 200,000 to go on this tour, and it was basically like taking them to where Titanic sank.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically like seeing the ship. Uh, but yeah, bro, they paid $200,000 for that, and now they're lost at sea, like
Damn.
at the bottom of the sea.
Bottom?
So, yeah, it's a submarine.
Oh,
So they
okay.
went down. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought it was like sank, and it was just like, whoop.
Hope they can hold their breath that long.
Vic, I hate when you
Um,
put these stories in here. I ain't gonna cap.
are you getting
I
blocked
cannot
again?
open the New York Times, and I am not signing
Uh,
up for this, bro. It's
well, I don't know.
restricting
I
my
guess
shit.
I use my work computer. I don't know. Maybe it, like block something, but it lets me
What?
look at it.
Y'all, what, your work computer is signed up for the New York Times?
That could also be it. I don't know.
Odd. But continue your
Yeah,
story.
yeah. Apparently, the 5 people have been missing. They've been identified. Um, let's see. There's a French explorer, a businessman, and his 19-year-old son. The chief executive of the submersible operation, which is basically the
Submarine.
submarine that went down. So yeah, it's a quick mention. So I'm not gonna go too deep into detail. Plus, so like right now they're searching for them, but that's still like just imagining paying that much, and now like you could possibly be dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what's that? Uh huh. I'm getting an update on the missing submarine people. I'm just playing. I'm fucking with you.
I
you
was
see,
like, oh,
you see
really?
Big Face, priceless. That nigga was like, "Oh, really?
Let me hit refresh.
What is that, Jeffrey?"
It said the passengers were required to sign a waiver that mentioned death 3 times on the first page. So
Oh wow, wild.
it is one of those things. Like I'm sure there's several waivers signed. Um,
I'm not paying
but
200,000 for nothing.
well, would you even do this though? Like, say it was like $20. Would you take a submarine all
No,
the way down?
to see what happened. No, no. Some things should be left. You already seen what happened to them. Why? Why? Why would I care to see what? No. Here's the
Be like,
here's the freaking the iceberg that did it all. No.
it's like, bro, just watch the movie. It tells you everything.
And if I gotta sign a waiver, then that means it's not safe. Um.
No, I agree with you. But it just thought it was interesting. We'll keep you updated next week if they are able to find the submarine and the status of their people inside of it.
Oh, there is another update. Quick mention. Um, I don't know if you guys follow basketball, but the Denver Nuggets won the finals. This is their first year ever winning the finals. And then guess what happened? Everybody got in Colorado spirit and got into the streets celebrating and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
somebody decided that, hey, I'm gonna pull out a gun and start firing. So there are a lot of people that got injured during that shooting. Prayers out to all you guys, and hope you guys get better. But yeah, see, this the exact reason why I don't do big crowds anymore, because of that reason. It's just, I don't know. It's a dangerous situation. It's a dangerous thing now. Like, you can't even just enjoy something anymore. Like, you gotta always worry about, man, somebody might pull out a gun and
Yeah.
see an opportunity and take advantage of it. It's sad, but yes, that happened. But congratulations to the Denver Nuggets, and that person who decided that they're going to shoot in a crowd of people, you suck.
Yeah, I saw somewhere where they're talking about like the Denver Nuggets, like that the city of Denver deserved this because they had to deal with Russell Wilson
That's so
for
stupid.
football. No, but yeah, also I get what you're saying about the whole big crowd thing. But how would you feel like if the Cowboys won? You gonna go to that parade?
No.
No.
Texas is even worse, probably. Yeah,
No,
even
I
more
totally
people
get
have.
you.
Yeah, even
I
more people with
like.
guns here.
I get your concern for sure, but I don't know if I can miss it, bro.
Well, Vic, I'll be at your funeral, bro. If something ever happens, he was a great Cowboys fan. Like,
I gotta sign a waiver 3 times just to go to the parade.
obviously I would probably be there from afar. Like I'm not going to be front and center in the middle.
We'll send one of us, and then like the other one FaceTimes each other.
You obviously be the one FaceTiming me because I might not be there. That would be a very exciting day though when that happens. But I don't know.
Yeah, if it happens.
Yeah, if it happens. It will again. It will again one day.
But I heard like I saw somewhere else it's been like the last time the city of like the DFW area like has won anything was like when the Mavs won the championship.
Jesus, back
And
with
that
Dirk
was
Nowitzki, that was
like
like what
what?
2007 or something.
Yeah, it's like bro.
Nah, we haven't won a Super Bowl since what 2000? No, 1995.
95, I think.
I think. Yeah, like the year after I was born. Some crazy.
Yeah, I think the Rangers haven't won a World Series at all. They went back to back, lost those. Uh, I know the Stars were in the Stanley Cup like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They lost. So it's just been rough. It's rough out here.
Hey, well,
Which got
FC Dallas been doing.
not FC Dallas, bro. Didn't I can't remember the XFL team didn't that the one Arlington win the Renegades?
Oh, the Renegades. I heard about that, but
I think they won, right?
I'm not sure. I don't.
Right, who
I
cares,
never
right?
followed the XFL. I should follow the XFL, but I don't follow the XFL.
I heard they lost like a whole bunch of money, but The Rock came out and said it's a long term kind of thing. Like
Okay.
he's okay with losing all that money because he's playing the long game.
Yeah.
And like obviously it's gonna take years to even compete with the NFL.
I hope that's not the goal is to compete with the NFL. I think it should be like a goal to be like somewhat. It should be a stepping stone for sure.
Yeah,
like
and I
those
think
people who couldn't make it to the NFL, but like right under XFL.
yeah, it's kind of weird because like obviously your best players won't be there long because they're gonna go to the NFL like if they show out. So it's weird, but I mean, it's his investment. He'll figure it out.
But even if that's the case, though, say for instance they start doing combines, he's gonna get paid to do combines, and that helps him generate more money. So who knows? Hopefully it works out for him. But he's the person. He's definitely the person that I think would be good for the XFL.
Yeah, he's a good like I can't think of the right word, but like the front person, like for it, like the face. I guess the face of it.
The face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going on to these stories, the first story takes place in Florida, and it's actually about an officer who pulled over another officer because this guy was speeding, and then the officer that got pulled over kind of went into a rampage. So, yeah, see, a Florida City police officer was reportedly arrested and stripped of his duties after being pulled over by a county sheriff deputy for alleged reckless driving.
Sheriff.
What did I say?
It's a chef. I just,
Hey, could be the guy cooking up in there, bro. Someone's got to cook for them, right?
I don't want people thinking it was the county chef.
So yeah, Officer Alexander Shauni was allegedly driving 80 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone in a marked Orlando Police Department vehicle when he was pulled over by a deputy of the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, according to the police dash cam footage. The deputy activated his lights and raced to catch up with the SUV after reportedly noticed him speeding down a local road. Over 100 miles an hour trying to catch up to him, the deputy noted. When the deputy finally caught up, who had turned his lights on before pulling over. The two got into an argument where Shauni emphasized that he was on the way to work. I am going into work, my man. Shauni told the deputy, "Why are you trying to pull me over as I'm going to work?" Like, first of all, we're gonna tell you here in a little bit, but because you're going 80 and a 45, the deputy replied. "I am going to work," Shauni said, indicating his Orlando Police Department uniform. "What does it look like I'm dressed for? What does it look like I'm dressed for?" Following the back and forth footage showed Shawnee refusing to give the deputy his driver's license before getting back into his vehicle and speeding off again. Authorities identified
Speeding
Shawnee
off
by his,
again.
I know, right, by his badge and police cruiser, and was ultimately charged with resisting an officer, reckless driving, and fleeing, eluding a law enforcement officer with lights and sirens active. Yeah, like you said, he was relieved of duty, and an investigation is. So, thoughts, comments, concerns.
Yeah, he should be fired. No, I would say fired, but he definitely should have some
Yeah,
disciplinary things happen to him. It's just unsafe, you know. I hate when people feel like they're above the law because they are the law, and you know
yeah.
that's one of those things that I think I'm glad that this officer actually took the initiative to pull him over and still give him a ticket and all that stuff. Shit, is this? I seen this part right here. It says driver slapped with $125,544 speeding fine. Is that why? Is this the person?
Let's see. I don't know where that's at exactly, but
It's about the photo. Oh no, it's a different story.
oh, oh yeah, I see what you're saying right there. Yeah, I think that's just a link to another story. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Just it's kind of the story is kind of example of like, obviously the bad cops out there, and then there's cops that are, trying to, just,
Yeah, police
you
the
know,
police.
yeah. Which I mean, it sucks honestly. Like it sucks that we're in a world where that's the case. And then it's just an example of this officer they just got, you know, too big in the head, I guess. Just felt like he could speed because he's in his car and he's got his uniform on, like, oh, who's gonna pull me over, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, props out to the guy that actually did pull him over and sticking his ground. And
80 and a 45 is wild. Yeah,
I
you go
know.
cap, bro. 80 and 45 is wild, bro. You're going literally twice the speed limit. And the guy is saying that he had to hit 100 to catch up to him is wild. Um, so yeah, man. Hey, props out to that officer who took the initiative to actually pull him over, and be like, "Hey, look, bro, that ain't cool." And
It's
I'm not putting up with it.
I guess the guy that was speeding, he was just speeding in the car, right, with like no lights on.
Yeah, he was in a marked vehicle, but it was no lights. He's just speeding for the hell of it, trying to get to work.
It'd be like
I would
that. I
have
feel
at
like I've
least
seen
made it
like
look like an emergency.
right, like put on the lights or something. I feel like I've seen it with like the cops put on the lights so quick and like just to pass the red light and then turn off
Yeah,
the
they do
light.
that. They do that a lot, bro. Just to run a red light.
You know how deep.
Abusing your power, man.
I remember I had to run a red light once, like purposely,
You had
because that
to.
hoe was okay. Well, let me tell you, because that hoe was taking forever at one, but it was also we were on the way to the hospital because
Okay.
April was coming. So let's just like Vic just run the light. Hey, when they're in labor, you do whatever.
I
So
understand.
but yeah, for whatever reason, that light was taking forever, so I just ran it. But you
So we'll take that ticket to the head.
know,
But now they don't even do red light tickets anymore, so that's good.
I know, thank God. Remember like about the cameras and everything,
Yeah. So it's like now it's like illegal in Texas to do it.
which is weird. Well, not weird, but it just sucks because they spent all that money like installing those cameras and shit, just
We
for
spent all that money installing those.
right, for real. It
It's
is what it
crazy
is.
how like our taxes kind of go to things that cost us more money. Like toll roads.
We're gonna put the cameras to make the streets safe,
And
but
charge
also
you
here's your
more.
ticket.
But here's your ticket. Yeah, we know that you barely ran that light, but here's your ticket.
Right. It's always funny watching the videos too. Like,
It's like, yep,
I
that's
don't know, bro. Like, come on, come on.
come on, come on. Ain't nobody even here. Ain't nobody around. Come on.
Imagine like walking to court, like talking to the judge, like, come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Look at the video. Look at the video. Come on, bro. Wild. Anyways, that's funny. You have anything else to say about that story, Vic?
Nope.
If you see cops speeding, call the cops on them. But anyways, we're gonna move over to Louisiana. So Louisiana lawmakers recently passed a bill to bar minors from signing up to use online services like social media apps and video games apps without parental permission. With the bill now heading to the desk of Governor Edwards for signature, the proposal could soon be a reality for children and teens at the Pelican State. At this time, Governor Edwards hasn't commented on his position in the bill on his public platforms. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. It says according to Louisiana State Legislator, State Rep Lori introduced House Bill 61 earlier this year. It says if approved, it says the proposal would limit minors, unfettered access to any website, application, or similar electronic means that involves the creation and sharing of information, ideas, personal messages, and other content, including text, photos, and videos. So we can get into this whole thing. Obviously, they're just making their internet more safe, I guess you could say. It's more censored, I guess more censored. Is that a better word?
Yeah. For younger people.
Censoring the internet for younger people. So if you do get on these sites, certain sites and stuff like that, they're gonna ask you for your ID. They're gonna ask you to put in certain information for you to. I think you actually have to upload your ID information to actually use whatever website you're trying to use. I've heard about this before, that they're gonna try to start doing this in Louisiana and eventually start trying to move on to different states and stuff like that. But I did not believe it. So when we went to New Orleans, guess what I did? I tried it. So I pulled up a those site trying to see, hey, if it was let me in, and literally, bro, it actually, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, with this, but adult site, but it's legit too. So you pull it up, and it actually restricts your access, and you have to upload a photo of your ID and ask questions like that. So I was like, that's actually really interesting that they're able to do that just for state purposes. Like, it's like, hey, you hit the state, hey, look, limited. So
right.
I think it's pretty cool that they're able to do that. But I think Louisiana has a whole lot of other issues that they need to be taken care of. And I don't know if this is that high on the issues of things that they need to be doing. But they're like, yeah, we have all this. It's like you see the city burning, but you're like, but I'm gonna save this duck over here. I'm gonna help the duck get to the water, and the duck doesn't really need help, but you're just like, but that's what I want to focus on right now. We'll get to the city later, but right now, that duck. That's what this thing seems like. This whole issue seems like. But basically, that's what that is. I'm not gonna go into the whole like, oh, this is the law, this is what this says.
Yeah.
That's what the law is saying. Is basically they're gonna restrict access to younger folks.
So but you actually have to upload an ID and stuff, right? So it's like not just like checking a box saying, "Oh yeah, I'm 18."
Yeah, no, you have to actually like upload your ID. I think either take a photo of your ID or something like that. Which is like, it's a deterrent. Obviously, I think people can find a way around it.
Yeah.
But and then what algorithm are they using to limit sites? Like, what sites do you know that, hey, this needs to be limited, or are they hitting all the sites? So it's gonna be interesting to see exactly how they progress with that. But like I said, I don't think it's that
definitely.
important.
And like I'm kind of interested also in like the how the public kind of responded to it, because I know like I'm sure people kind of agree. Some people probably agree with the whole limiting minors to the like doing that for minors, but they also probably don't want to upload their ID.
Exactly. Yeah. If you like, if I'm watching this, it's like, oh, I don't want to upload my ID. Like,
Like I don't want minors watching this, but I don't want you to have my information either. Even though they'll probably say, "Yo, we won't, we're not taking your information, we're just verifying." But how some people are. They're like,
next
"You
thing you
just
know,
saying
you're on the internet. This person watched this video. Whoa. And then also, I think about the sex workers, man. Like the people who actually get paid off this stuff, like they're gonna get affected. If they don't have the views and things like that. So, um, there was actually a documentary on Netflix. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was like someone was trying to sue Pornhub or something like that, and supposedly they were trying to say that Pornhub was sex trafficking and things like that, and they interviewed some porn stars and things like that, and basically kind of they talked about this law, like people trying to do this. So it really shows like the real effect that that's coming about. It's pretty crazy, and how much it might affect them in the long haul too.
And so do you kind of agree with the bill though about like limiting minors or?
Yeah, of course. I think it's a good idea. Especially with how much access kids do have to um they have to electronics and things of that nature. But
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely agree with it. I think it's a good deterrent to stop people from obviously watching things they shouldn't be watching.
Yeah, and like you said, obviously some people or some kids are gonna find ways around
Yeah,
it,
most definitely.
but for the most part, like it's gonna stop some people, which can do some good. Um,
Such for the sex workers that actually might lose those people who watch just to watch, and now they're not because now they have to put their personal information on there. Like obviously, I think a lot of
yeah,
people who do watch it, they're doing it in privacy or secrecy of like their own home or whatever it is, and now all of a sudden that has to come out into now I got to put my information. It's like, well, maybe that might help with lessering sex addicts and people who are addicted porn, addicted to porn and things like that. So it might
is it
have
like
its
a
own benefits.
is it like a one like you enter it one time and then next time you're good or like
I don't know. I didn't go that far into the research, Vic. I just kind of just tried it that one time to see and see if it had it, and I didn't put my information in. It was like, oh, this. I was like, hey, it actually does it. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's probably based off like IP address and shit. So like one
more than
time and
likely,
done.
more than likely. And just like whenever you're in that Louisiana area, it probably just automatically picks up and just like, hey, this part is restricted, and you gotta put the information in.
Interesting.
So
I guess we'll see if whether other states kind of follow or what they do.
yeah,
But
so
be interesting to follow
interesting,
along.
interesting concept. Interesting concept.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead on. You got anything else to say or?
Oh no, no, no. Yeah, watch out for
Yeah,
you
I'll go on
guilty
to
guys.
right. I'll go on to the next story. I'm just gonna like I added the story, just kind of for a reference, but I'm just gonna go off with basically this tweet that I found, which kind of explains the whole thing pretty good. And I feel like it's a good summary. It's kind of a long tweet, but also like compared to a story, I feel like it's about the same. Um, so Ellie, this is MLB player called Ellie De La Cruz. He's one of the more like exciting players that are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it recently just signed a new contract, and that's kind of why this company is kind of getting publicity. But yeah, let me go on with the tweet. So Ellie De La Cruz is one of MLB's most exciting players, but he might have to pay millions in career earnings to an investment firm, and he's not the only one. Over 500 professional athletes have signed these deals, and Fernando Tatis Jr. owes them 27 million. So here's how it works. The company is called Big League Advantage. It was founded in 2016 by former minor league baseball player Michael Swimmer, and their business model is simple. BLM, not BLM, BLA.
Black Lives Matter. They do.
So BLA provides athletes with an upfront cash payment in exchange for a percentage of their future earnings. The firm has 40 employees and they use predictive analytics models to find inefficiencies in the market, aka when they believe someone is better than their ranking suggests. and that's when they commit to an investment. BLA raised 26 million for its first fund, which was then invested across 77 different players in 2016 through 2017. A typical deal might look like this: athlete receives 3,500,000 in cash, and then BLA is guaranteed 8% of their future earnings. But it's not alone because if the player never makes it to the major leagues, they don't owe BLA any money. And with 80% of their investments never making it to the major leagues, BLA slowly focuses on landing the biggest fish. For example, BLA signed a deal with Fernando Tatis Jr. in 2017. He reportedly agreed to pay back 8% of his future earnings in exchange for a in exchange for 7 figures in cash. He then spent the money on a personal trainer, better food, and a better apartment. But when he signed a 340 million deal with the San Diego Padres just 4 years later, BLA's 8% cut meant that Tatis Jr. owed them 27.2 million in earnings. That one deal alone will pay back the entire fund, and the other 76 base players BLA invested in are gravy on top. And BLA says they have agreements in place with 7 players in last year's MLB All-Star Game alone. This success has helped them raise nearly 250 million, and they have brought on some big investors too. So yeah, now they're also expanding to other sports, not just baseball. So like football and basketball players. See, like last year they signed a linebacker from Georgia, Nolan Smith, and he received the upfront cash payment in exchange for 1 social media post per month, 2 player appearances, and 2 content shoots. So yeah, this kind of has caused like an uproar. People kind of viewing it like they're taking advantage of these players, and that we'll see. One of them says that they're targeting players from Latin America who don't receive large signing bonuses. And one of the players that actually was signed on to it, went to go sue the firm, claiming they took advantage of his financial illiteracy, desperation because he wanted to cash the fund for medical treatment for his mom, and he was also young when he signed the deal. But he later dropped the case and issued an apology. So I'm not too sure what happened there. But how do you feel about all that? What do you think about it? I think it's interesting.
I feel like it's like a payday loan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you shouldn't get it, but if you do, you have to reap the benefits. And you're really betting on yourself. But 8% isn't a huge amount. Don't get me wrong, 340 million and then having to give up 26 million is a lot of money, but it's not a lot to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if yeah, and it's like you're at a point in life where you need kind of the signing bonus or this, loan, whatever you want to call it. And now you're making like you signed a contract for what 32 or whatever it was, and like obviously your life's different, bro. Like you're living a life like you don't have financial worries.
Exactly. So yeah, and like that's my thing is you don't have to take it. At the end of the day, like that's the thing. You don't have to. It's there. It's there for you to take advantage of if you need it or you want to, but you don't have to. And that's the best part about it. And I think a lot of times people kind of get into this thing like you get mad about, oh man, I got to pay all this money back, and I didn't even take this much money from them, but it's an investment. That's what an investment is. And they're like 8% of 8%. So if that's what you sign up for, then be expected to pay it. It's like, yeah, it sucks that you got a huge payout. Oh man, I'm getting paid this much money, but hey, you gotta get 8%. It's like taxes, bro. You have to pay that shit regardless. So I ain't giving that 8% right, and going with your day. But if I'm making millions and millions of dollars, 8% ain't gonna hurt me. Especially if I got the right team. And if you have the right financial team to begin with, they probably wouldn't told you never to get that. They've been like, just be patient and just bet on yourself. Just go out there, play, do your thing. And that's it. But honestly, if you want to be one of those people who be like, look, I'm not that great of a player. I know I ain't gonna be in the league that long. I'm broken and stuff like that. I'm gonna get my investment. I probably ain't gonna make it, and that money is just yours. You ain't gotta pay nothing back. Literally, you only pay them back if you make, if you have a deal. Good finance.
Yeah,
You know,
which is
financial
interesting. Like
position.
I'm sure, like I said, they kind of look at analytics to see if they approve the deal or not. But it's just interesting. I wonder like what happens if they like. I guess injury. I guess it probably doesn't affect it because it's like you're just not making the league kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of it's an interesting concept. And I know people are kind of saying that the reason there's a lot of people sign up for this is because minor leaguers are paid like so little. Apparently, like majority of them make around like 30,000 or less
Mm-hmm.
to be in the minor leagues, which is, obviously part of the stepping stone to get into the MLB. And so people are kind of like saying we just need to raise the wages for them, like minor league players and overall. But I get what you're saying, like you don't have to do this, and it's only 8%. And if you're gonna, you know, like everything you said was kind of spot on. It's just kind of interesting. Now this one, I'm just kind of, I know it is getting a lot of backlash because people are calling it like loan sharks, and
Well,
like they're
they
taking.
are, but hey, you don't need me, but if you do want me, then it comes to stipulations. Like it's just is what it is. You can't be mad about something when it's in the bylaws. Like, hey, look, if I give you $50 million, here's 50 million. But look, if you make it, I'm gonna need 10% off of whatever you make. 10% could be either 50 million or it could be 5 million. I might not be making my money back, but that's a chance I took on you. But obviously, you might not make that big of a chance if I know that you ain't that type of player. Obviously they do their research as well. So hey man,
Yeah, and the money they're giving you up front is it's a pretty good chunk. They're at 35 or 350 hundred. Like when
300.
Fernando Tatis 350,000.
Okay, 350
Yeah, that's that.
hundred.
Yeah, yeah, 350,000. Um, like when they talk about Tatis Jr. when he spent that money on a personal trainer, better food, better apartment. Like he kind of changed his living situation to give him more like a better chance opportunity to like focus on baseball, which in turn might have what got him to the MLB and like to be this great player. So like you know that investment paid off kind of thing. And
Yeah,
who like obviously we can't play like who knows what would have happened if he didn't sign it, but like it could have been a chance for maybe he didn't make it if he didn't take this. So
exactly. There's always those, and I understand that it's like, man, 350, 350,000 is a lot different from 26 mil, which it is. But it's also you're making so much more money than 26 mil, where 26 mil probably not even gonna hurt you. You're not even gonna notice it. You're probably gonna spend that 26 mil on some bullshit anyway. So hey, once you hit that lifestyle, man, it's a huge different playing ball game. And
oh
that
yeah,
ain't
for
gonna be the
sure.
only money you make either. They're making that stuff in like what 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right, you'll sign another contract and stuff, you will. But I mean, they're still gonna get their 8% of whatever the new contract you sign, no matter what. But
yeah,
still, like, I just
yeah.
thought it was interesting. Kind of wanted to mention it.
It's really interesting concept. You can't be mad at them. They are loan sharks. They call it like you see it, call it a spade, and hey, that's what they are. But hey, you need something, I got it. But this is what I'm gonna get from you if you do take it. It's not like they're cheating you and saying, hey, here in the if you look deeper into the contract, I'm actually taking 35% of your earnings, and then next time you make it, we're gonna attack on another 5%. you
Oh
know,
yeah, bro.
you know what I mean?
Read them
Like,
contracts, bro. Read them contracts.
or find somebody who does read contracts, because those contracts are literally written for us simple-minded people not to read. Uh,
For real.
so crazy thing about contracts. We were watching. Have you watched any of the new Black Mirror episodes?
No, actually, I haven't. I
Okay,
saw that
well,
it
I'm
came
not.
out.
I'm not gonna
I won't
ruin it
watch them.
though, but there is one about contracts, and
Interesting.
I'm gonna
Okay,
let Vic
okay.
watch that first, and we'll probably talk about it in one episode. So if you guys don't want any
I'll watch it.
spoilers,
I'll watch
if any of y'all don't want spoilers, please go watch Black Mirror. I believe it's literally the first episode on the new season. Watch it. It has what's the name? What's the girl's name from? Is it Salmon? Not Salmon.
Selma Hayek
Yeah,
or
Salma
something
Hayek.
like that.
Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
she's in that episode, and it's It's a really good one, and it makes you really think about like life a little bit. It makes you see things a little differently. So watch it if you're really wanting to, if you're into Black Mirror, watch the episode because we're probably gonna talk about it next week.
Yeah,
Whenever
I'll
Vic
watch it.
decides to
Yeah, I'll
watch it.
watch it for sure. I promise. It's Pinky Promise right
I'm
now,
still
bro. I
waiting
got
for you to watch Empire.
Hey.
Pinky promise to me.
I promise, bro. I promise. I got you.
Mm-mm. We might have time for one more story. We're at 50 right now. Yeah, let's find out this last story out.
All right, take it away.
So this story has to do with a 64-year-old Penn State professor who was charged after I'm admitting to me adding letters and shit. After admitting to sexual intercourse with a dog, he said, "I do it to blow off steam." That's wild. First of all, I
Poor
don't know
dog.
poor dog, and I don't know how you get charged. I don't know how it works.
This dog could have been the person that,
Does the dog have
you know,
consent? Like, how does the dog consent? Anyways, a 64-year-old professor has been charged after engaging in a repeated sexual intercourse with his dog. According to Health Force, the man is an educator at Penn State University and teaching chemical engineering. He was engineering some chemicals, all right. According to the outlet, Timus, we're just gonna say Timus, was charged on Tuesday. The 64-year-old faces counts of open lewdness and indecent exposure, as well as sexual intercourse with an animal and cruelty to animals. Additionally, the professor is also facing a disorderly conduct charge. Since his arrest, the professor has been placed on leave from Penn State University, per statement from the school shared with State College. Says Themis has been relieved of his responsibilities and is on leave. It says Themis has been employed at the university since 1991. Oh, he's been there forever. And it says the college professor, he's getting charges. And it says he was reportedly charged after the sexual acts were caught on trail cameras. Oh my God. In April and Rothrock State Forest, Pennsylvania. Additionally, forest rangers were able to identify the professor due to the North Face backpack present on the suspect in the footage, as well as a Subaru Outback vehicle, which was also present at the crime's location.
I'm dead.
That's wild. It says, according to State College, the professor engaged in acts while naked, only wearing a ski mask. Oh my God. Only wearing a ski mask, watch, boot, and backpack. Additionally, Themis allegedly filmed himself engaging in the actions with his dog on his iPad. Upon search of the professor's home, cops were able to positively identify the dog as one captured on trail cameras, as well as locate the iPad used in the crime. At the time, Themis reportedly expressed and reason behind his actions. He said, "I'm done. I'm dead. You don't understand. I do it to blow off steam." And he says he has a court hearing scheduled on July 19th. Vic, what are you thinking?
It sounds like this old guy needs like a pocket pussy.
Not a pocket pussy. Honestly, he needs something.
Right? I mean, I feel like I don't want to try to defend this guy's action with having sex with a dog, but I feel like I don't know. He needs something to like.
He has a fantasy for sure.
You think it? Yeah, it has to be someone with a dog, bro. It's weird. Like it kind of reminds me of the whole. Speaking of that, we were talking about Black Mirror right before this, but that one episode, like the first episode of Black Mirror with the pig.
I don't remember that one.
Where they it was like in England and they abduct the prime minister's daughter or something, and some guy has to like have sex with the pig to get the daughter back, but then when they're about to do the deed, it's like televised, and whenever he's actually about to like go like do the deed, they like the guy releases his daughter, but everyone's so focused on the newscast like of this guy trying to see if he's actually gonna do it then no one notices that she was released
She was
already.
released already? Dang, that's wild.
Yeah. So,
No, I don't think I watched that episode. I actually probably
all
missed
right.
that season of Black Mirror.
Yeah, it was interesting, like the whole concept, like because obviously he didn't want to do it, and he like, but it was, I think, yeah, the prime minister like was saying, yeah, you're gonna do whatever you have to get my daughter back, kind of thing.
Oh wow,
Or
not with
so
the pig. That's
I
wild
know
though. It seemed like he had a whole agenda, bro. Like he had a vision. He had a like a. It's almost
the
like he
scheme, man.
a scheme. He like he staged it a certain way. He like I don't know. Maybe there was I don't know. Maybe he had like he had to have some type of weird fantasies, like kidnapping dog and having sex with it type thing. And he made a whole thing out of it. I don't know, man. Poor dog.
Yeah,
But
poor dog for real. Like I wonder if it was the same dog, different dogs, or what was going on there.
the dog kept coming
But
back, so who knows? Maybe
it's weird. Like he had to put like a little cherry on top of being weird with the whole ski mask and the
ski
boots
mask
and the
and boots
backpack,
and backpack. Like that's
the
very
GoPro.
specific. To go out and then go into the trail and
Yeah,
he had
that
a
part I
whole
didn't understand.
thing.
Like obviously I want like don't do this, but also like why are you doing this out in the open?
I'm just saying, like I'm saying, he had to have some type of fantasy. He was like, he probably was planning this for a while, and he was just like, I'm gonna do it today, and not thinking about the fact that there's trail cameras. Um, got caught up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, but don't do this, you guys. Leave the animals alone. They got animals. You're gonna have to find you something else to do. If you gotta go purchase some weird item off the internet, do that. But
Blow up
don't
sex doll or
you
something.
know,
Like it's just something, bro.
uh,
Just leave the animals out of it.
blow up a dog or some shit. I don't know. Pretty sure somebody's making some weird stuff like that. But yeah, leave the animals out of it. It's not
Please,
they
please.
cannot consent.
Peter about to be all over him.
Oh my god. But that is our last story. Vic, you have anything else to say about that?
No.
Leave the dogs and leave the animals
Yeah,
alone. Just that's all I
yeah.
gotta say.
Let them mate with each other. Not
Yeah, they don't need your help.
they don't. Need your
They
help.
don't need your help.
But yeah, I guess with that being said, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and now hear me out, KV.
KB.
Email us any stories, comments, concerns, questions at nowhearmeout.kv
KB.
at gmail.com. Go ahead and follow, subscribe on our YouTube channel at Kristen Vic parentheses NHMO.
NHMO.
Go ahead and leave us that 5 stars on that iTunes.
5 stars.
And follow me on TikTok at weirdvic_flips. Follow us on TikTok at Now Hear Me Out Podcast. And check out our spread shop at nowhearmeout.myspreadshop.com.
Yes, and you guys can also follow me on anything, everything at Beast Mode Chris. The E's are threes. That's Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are threes. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, Twitch. Follow me on my Twitch. Follow me on my TikTok. Please. All our links and stuff are in the description below. So if you want to know where you can follow either me, myself, or Vic, the descriptions are below. Also, the merch shop is in the description. So look in the description for everything. I literally put everything in there for a reason. Check it out. I need to be coming out with some more merch. My mind's been on a mind juggling thing lately, so I'm gonna get back to that soon. But there are still some really cool items in there. Go check them out, buy something, and we appreciate the support. Other than
Appreciate
that, anything else, Vic?
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Yep. Have a good weekend, and we'll catch you guys next week. We'll be out of here. Catch you guys later. Out. Peace.
Peace.